Okay, I want to show you how to crop an image. So in case you wanted to add it to a background, like this one, for example, maybe it's not a photo, but maybe you drew a background and you'd like to crop out an image so that you could add it to this. Um, what we're going to do is go to get the scanned image from your drive, and then you need to just double click on it and it'll open up like this, and then click open with, and you're going to have to connect more apps. From here, you're going to have to add an app called Pixlr, Pixlr editor. And you want this one that looks like this right here. So you're going to hit connect and add it to your drive or however that works. And then you're going to open this with Pixlr editor. Once I do that, the most important, I got to allow it. Come on. You're going to have to go through the same thing. So make sure if you haven't used Pixlr editor before that you allow it, give it the permissions that it needs. And it's moving slow. Okay, now the most important thing for you to do here to start is you have to go over to the layers and double click this so that it unlocks the layers. If you don't do that, this is not going to work for you. Now go to the eraser tool over here. Up here, you'll find the option to change the eraser cursor that you use. I kind of think the square one's nice. This is like a soft rounded edge. This is a hard round cursor deal. And then you can change the diameter right here. So you change the size of the eraser tool. So now that I've done this, I can use kind of a big eraser tool to get rid of the major background stuff like this. Sorry, it's going kind of slow. So I'm going to get rid of all this background white. And when I see this gray checkerboard thing, then I know that it will be transparent when I put it on that other image. So that's what I want to see all around this whole character. If I want to do the stuff right along the edge, I might need to make the cursor smaller so that I can kind of get into the tight spaces here. If I were you and you had a mouse, I think it's easier to do with a mouse. And like I'm going to need to make it smaller here, obviously, to get back into these small areas. If I screw it up, like, oops, I kind of goofed that up there and got rid of a little bit of his shoulder, I can go down here and backtrack a little bit and it'll go away if I want to do that over again. And then I'll skip ahead here, but basically I'll just go around the whole thing and make sure all of this white background stuff is gray or gray checkerboard like I want it to be. And once I have that done, I'll start the video up again here. Okay, I did a really kind of not very good job of being careful around the character here. So you'll see I just wasn't super careful, and there'll be parts, oops, like I just took part of his foot. So I'm not going to worry about that for now because I'm just showing you, but I took off his ear over here and a piece of his foot down here. So you want to be careful that you don't do that. And again, you can backtrack over here if you need to. This next step is probably the most important step because if you don't do this right, it won't work for you. You go File, Save. I would rename the image. so that you can find it easily in your drive, and you'll save it to your drive here. So I would go, I don't know why that's not working. It's going slow. Sorry. You need to go and change the format here to transparent. If you don't change it to transparent, it's not going to save and work the way that you want it to. So it's going to say working, please wait. It's working to change it to this type of file to make it transparent for you. Oh boy, here we go. Okay, now it's ready to save. So I'm going to save it as something different so I can find it. So I'll save it as bad example. Okay. It's working. Okay, once that's done, I'm going to go back to my slide that I want my image on, and I'm going to go insert image, and then I'm going to find the bad example image. So I can always search for it too if I need to. So if I titled it something, then I can search for that title and insert it. And now I'm able to resize and move it around, and the background will still show through. So you can see there are some white spaces here. I wasn't very careful when I went around and cropped it out, so you'd want to be a little more careful than I was. But that is how you crop out images so that you can move them around on different backgrounds.